What up? What up? What up, man?
What's happening, bro?
Ain't nothing back at it. Another classic conversation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What we doing tonight, man? What we talking about now? What we bringing classic to them tonight?
Man, I don't know. I just today, man, I thought about something, and I want to get your take on this today, right here, man. All
What you
right,
got?
bro. As a parent, like it is something I seen somewhere. I forgot where I seen it at, but like as a parent, I just wonder how far would you go. All right, your kid do something wrong. Like how far would you go? Now that's your child, your blood,
Right.
right? How far would you go into uphold them and they wrongdoing? Like think about
Um.
that now. That go.
Yeah.
When I say wrongdoing, I'm not just talking about not necessarily stealing the cookie out the cookie jar in the kitchen. I'm talking about
Now,
some criminal stuff, some criminal type level.
my bad. If if it's criminal,
Like it levels to it.
and yeah, it's definitely levels. If we talking criminal and they done something wrong. Um, I ain't gonna lie for that little one, for that little girl. I ain't gonna lie. If I can take the bullet, like we talking about jail time, if I can take the bullet, I gotta take the bullet for her, bro.
But hold
Cause
on, what if it's a little boy though, right? And it's still jail time. Like,
I ain't
cause I
got
want
no boy. I ain't got no
not,
boy, so I can't get that perspective on my youngster.
but it's
But
your blood though.
yeah, it's my blood. I think I probably would do this depending on the age.
Not just your blood, your seed, cause it's different, right? Cause
Right, right.
you got
So
family members that's blood, but like,
I think depending on the age of how old they are, um, determines on how far I'm willing to go, and especially what the conversation has been between us two. You know what I'm saying? If we talking about my daughter in her teens and she do something that possibly can land her in jail, at that point, if I can take the bullet, then yeah, I'm gonna take the bullet for her. You know what I'm saying? Now if she 32 or 23, you know what I'm saying, and know better, and the conversation's been different, and I've been trying to talk her through some things, she still won't listen, and you might have to eat that bullet yourself.
we
You know
talking
what
about
I'm saying?
the metaphorical bullet, right? Like
Yeah, 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 yeah,
just
yeah.
just the brunt of
Yeah,
the
yeah. You
yeah.
going you going I mean, almost like Ghost and Tyreek. You know what I'm saying? Ghost had been trying to talk Tyreek for the longest about, bro, you don't want to be in the game. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what it come with. You ain't cut from the cloth. And then when Tyreek get in trouble and look like he finna get jammed up, Ghost like, bro, you finna take that bullet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got too much going on, and I done told you. So this one on you. You want to be a man? All right, time to be a man.
Right.
But for my little one, we talking teens. If it's something like that, I probably jump in front of that for. I know I jump in front of that for. You know what I'm saying? Because she got, especially if it's her first one. You know what I'm saying? If it's her
Right.
first one, like, nah, I ain't gonna let her screw up her life off of one big mistake. Now, sheesh, I'm gonna
But
have to
hold on though. But hold
do
on
it,
though.
bro.
But hold on though. If it's a first one, that mean that could be the lightest one though.
Exactly. You can. I mean, you taking a risk with
I'm saying that could be the lightest. I mean, I don't know, I'm not condoning anything,
right.
criminal, but I'm saying like if it's a first one, and again, there's levels to it. But if it's a first one and she ain't got no priors, that could be the lightest one.
You could,
So
depending
you
on
take you taking that one too?
depending on depending on the crime.
That's what I'm saying. So it's levels to it, right?
Yeah, it level to it. It depends on the crime. I mean, if she done got into it with somebody and she done, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Okay. She go in the store with you.
right.
Y'all out there, in the department store. She
And
walk
she
in there. Daddy got in the department store. You take in there, and she come to the car. Y'all get in the car. You put in the car seat, and you finding you finding toys in a pocket that you didn't buy.
right.
Right.
Um,
Now they may have on camera, but ain't nobody missing the toys yet. So this is, so and now technically that's not right, and it's
Right.
petty in a sense, right? It's petty.
Right.
I guess in the grand scheme of things, it may be petty to the department store because it take a certain. I know I've heard it take a certain amount to get it to a felony level. So at a certain point, it's petty, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you
Um.
taking them toys back in the store? Are you letting baby girl go into the house with them toys?
Now we going back in the store with them toys. We going back. You ain't finna mess up my blessing because you wanted to steal some toys. Like that ain't finna happen. Like you
Right.
even had Jesus on my back because you want to steal some toys. Now we're
Right.
gonna
Right.
take them toys back in the store and you're gonna apologize.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get your butt tore up when you get to the house. You know
Oh,
the
okay.
outcome of that. You know
All
what
right.
I'm
All
saying?
right.
Like on that one, that's a light one. I feel like,
Right.
it's a learning lesson. It's like her right now. She's sick. She go in there and take some toy or something that ain't supposed to be hers. Now you gonna get the punishment, but you taking the toy back to that stove, and you gonna apologize. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
one, I don't think it's a significant punishment that's gonna come with that I need to take that for her. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll be a learning lesson for her. Because sometimes I think they got to go through learning lessons, to know what they can and what they can't do. Um, and then sometimes they get themselves in sticky situations, and I feel like if you in that sticky situation, daddy might have to be daddy. At the end of the day, and I ain't saying that for every daddy. You know what I'm just saying?
Right.
I'm saying that for me and mine. If it's a sticky situation where she might have to sit down for a minute, then Lord, I definitely don't want to put that in the air and put that on her. So,
Right. Right. Right.
but yeah, daddy gonna be daddy at the end of the day.
So what did daddy being dad look like in this situation though? Like, okay, daddy got a career though.
Yeah,
So
daddy,
so
daddy got a career.
so what daddy doing?
I'm finna lose it all. I'm finna risk it all.
So at that point, how daddy providing though? So I mean, this is hypotheticals
It,
though, but
it,
like,
it, it's rich.
it's so many people that find themselves in this situation, bro. Like
Put
that
it like
hasn't really
this.
done.
Put it like this. Let me ask you this, and it's two different things.
Right now, all hypotheticals, but
Right,
like
right. I'll have
this
to.
is real life to a lot of people though.
Right. If somebody do something to your daughter, right,
Right.
you risking it all.
Absolutely.
So I look at it the same way. If I gotta save her, however I gotta save her, in certain situations, I gotta be that. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing: praying that me taking this lump will teach her something. Because it could backfire. I could take this lump and then I could turn around 2 weeks later and she in there with me. She on the other side, on the female side. But I think I heard Boosie said it, man. We gotta save them kids, man. Boosie say you done live your life. You
Right.
done live your life. You gotta save them kids. I think I'm jumping in front of that for her. Not willingly. Don't think I want to. Now I ain't just trying to jump in front of her, but I think
Right.
I jump in front of her for if it's that serious.
Right. And I think for the most part, every parent feel like that about their kids though. Like if anything you can alleviate from them, sometimes even in their wrongdoing, like
Yeah,
you're gonna be quick to jump out there in front of it if you can
yeah,
kind of eliminate some of the stuff that they have to go through in life, especially when you come from a background, like maybe me and you had come from when everything didn't come easy, right?
right,
And I
right,
think a lot of the culture, and a lot of people can relate to having it hard, and I think that's why we willing to step in front of those bullets, so to speak,
right, right.
for our kids because we don't want them to feel no pain.
Not what we went through.
Although it could be unrealistic to a certain degree, which it really is, because the world ain't us. So the world's outside of this loving and care that we got for
Yeah,
them at home. The
yeah,
world ain't like that, bro.
yeah.
Like so,
Yeah. The
but
world is a tough. I tell mine all the time. Listen, the
it's
world don't
brutal
care
out
about
there.
you like I care about you.
Oh,
You
it's
know what I'm
brutal
saying?
out there.
Yeah, the world don't love you like I love you. The world don't care about you like me and your mama care about you. The
Right,
world ain't gonna look out for you like me and your mama look out for you. It's
right,
just, I mean, the world different. So what you
right,
get here, you need to appreciate. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Because you ain't gonna get it out there.
right.
Um,
But even with that though, at the same time, we still try to shield them from as
Absolutely.
much as possible. Like,
Absolutely.
you
Absolutely.
know, a lot of time without thought and hesitation, we just, you know, we jumping in the
Yeah.
defense of our kid.
Yeah.
But I do think though sometimes though we could probably take that a little bit far because you know because we so connected to the fact that they're our kid. Like
Yeah.
I think you could take that too far.
And like I say, I think it determines the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Well, definitely,
situation
definitely,
that they get themselves in.
right,
Um, Yeah, it's a situation, man. And then you gotta also look because our kids so different now. You know, we
right,
like you say, we try to I don't want to say hide, but we try to get them a better life than what we had growing up. Which
absolutely,
I ain't gonna, mine wasn't horrible. I ain't had no horrible life growing up and nothing like that. So
no doubt.
mom did a hell of a job. But just still trying to make them have a better life than what we had, not want what we want, not go through what we go through. And I think the question is, are we preparing them in doing that? Are we preparing them to even be able to deal with the world? I think that's a touchy situation when you want them to be better than what you were and not have to want for what you wanted for and go through the struggles you went through. But at the same time, are you giving too much that you taking that dog out of them, so to speak? You know what
Which
I'm saying?
that's the tricky part though, right?
Right,
How you know where's the line, right?
right.
Where's
When
that
it,
line of too much, or you know I don't want them to want for nothing, but then okay, am I doing too much?
right.
And again, I think sometimes, like I say, to go back to the question, like I, I don't know where I seen that at, but like yeah, it was a question like you know how far would you go? So it go
Yeah,
back to like, and that line get blurry at times, even in you know in the wrongdoing side, and just not even when you're talking about wrongdoing, but like wanting them to have more than you
yeah,
ever had because you know what I'm
yeah,
saying they're my baby. You know what I'm saying
yeah.
these my
Baby,
babies, right? Man,
you love them different. You know what I'm
right,
saying? You
right.
love
I'll,
the
I'll go.
baby different, boy.
I'll go down there right quick and be ready to cut the whole school out about them. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Exactly.
Cause they told them to do their lesson, and that's what they supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying?
You done
Don't you
jumped
talk
out
to
the
my baby?
kid.
Don't you talk to my baby like that? What happened? I just told her to
And,
write her ABC.
and here's the thing about it. People know when their kid bad, man. You know when you got some
Absolutely,
bad kids, man.
bro. Absolutely.
You know when
Cause
you got some terrible
nine
kids.
times out of ten, they didn't cuss you out at the house. Now you might have got them for it, but
Yeah,
them cussing in school ain't necessarily probably ain't the first time you heard them get down.
exactly.
You
Exactly.
know, you
One
be
one
honest,
thing one thing I can say about my mama, man, my mama knew me so well that
right?
if a teacher came and told her something, she was like, yeah, that nigga did that. You know
But
what
your
I'm
mama was
saying?
so now. If I know you right now, you tell me if I'm wrong. But your mama was on that side of things, though, right? She was
What
on
you
the
mean about?
educational, like
Yeah,
when your
yeah,
mama in the
yeah, yeah. She
education
was school
system.
teacher. Yeah, she retired
So
past school
so
teacher.
she understand different though.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
she
but
know, right? She
yeah,
she probably went through that same stuff you're talking about right now.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
She was like, "Nah, you did that." She was like,
oh,
you did that."
absolutely,
I know you. If you did do it, that's
right,
something you would do. Like you just
absolutely,
didn't get a chance to do it. And then there's some things that they would come to and be like, "Nah, he ain't did that." Like
right,
he might do some stuff, but that right
right,
there,
right.
he ain't did that. You know what I'm saying?
But
So you know as a parent, you know as a parent what your kid. You ain't gonna say you know what they will do and what they wouldn't do, but you know when some sound far fetched. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And you
right,
know if like right now, take Carla, no God forbid, love or death, she ain't finna go in no store and steal no toy because she know
right,
daddy'll get it for her. She know mama get it for her. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So if she go in there and do that, that's something so far fetched, and yeah, it's a whole nother conversation that need to be
right,
had in another type of form of discipline and that need to be done. Um, but it's some stuff you know that they ain't gonna do, and it's some stuff that nah, that they say Carly talking too much. I done said something because she
right,
thinks she right. Nah,
right.
that's my baby. She done
All
did that.
right. Oh, yeah. She
She
done
done
got smart with the teacher. Oh yeah, that probably her. Yeah.
did.
That might have been my case too. Smart mouth, but, you know. But
It
yeah.
absolutely was mine. That's why I don't even get
Right.
mad at about it.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But
You come from somewhere.
yeah, you come from somewhere, man. But you know, you love them babies, man. Especially like I
Absolutely.
mean, I can only speak because I got a daughter, man. But it's different, bro. You trying to make sure you raising them right to where can't no nigga get over 'em.
Right. Right. Right.
And so
But bro,
Yeah,
it don't get no. I know you only got a daughter, but it don't get no better for a son. I mean,
yeah, yeah. I
it,
can
it,
imagine.
it different. The love is the same. You know, you expect different from your son than your daughter, but the love is the same. Like
Right,
you,
right.
hey, you'll do by him what you do by her. You know,
Exactly, exactly. You're doing about
and
the same for both of them because that's your blood. You know what I'm
that's on the
saying?
real.
So
That's on the real. You have to make yourself not get in childish situations sometimes. Even if it's a kid, their peer, like you be,
hey,
man,
I tell them
you have
all
to
the
have some
time.
discipline. You have to have some discipline, bro.
I tell them all the time. I ain't bored pushing no kid down.
Right?
Boy, I shoot a tag on one heartbeat messing with my baby. I shoot. Hey,
You know, I mean,
listen.
hey, tell about somebody want to roll up on the playground. Hey,
What? I'm telling you,
not
hat
my
turned to the
baby.
back. I'm talking about for real. I get in the sandbox with you about that for real.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? I get to pin you down, bro. I'm telling you about that little.
Oh
I ain't gonna
man, for
stand for it.
real.
I ain't
But
gonna
it's
stand
crazy
for it.
though. But it's that same love though that drives you to do that stuff, even as a parent. Like like okay, man, maybe I shouldn't do this. But police
Yeah,
come knock on the door though. Like what we doing though? Like, what I'm saying? Like, hey,
yeah, bro.
sticky.
He come knock on your door like little buck
It
boy.
gets complicated. It gets complicated, bro. Like, it's easy to say, stealing a toy, okay, maybe. But okay, I got a question for you though. But if you uphold that one incident, right? She stole
Mm-hmm.
the toy. Like, here's okay, two part. Kids can come from a good background, right?
Absolutely.
But they go to school. So they have all these outside influences, peer pressure. It's been around since forever. It's
Right.
it's it's still around.
Right.
So they can get out there and do some stuff that you have no clue. They don't even sound like your kid, but they was with that crowd.
We did it.
Absolutely. So that's
We
my
did
point.
it.
So yeah, she don't, he won't do that. She won't do that. But I did some stuff probably was uncharacteristic to the stuff my mama thought I would do.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Especially
So
when she found out I was skipping school. I ain't tell her about it till I got out of school, till I graduated,
right,
and
right.
she couldn't believe it
You,
even
you,
then.
you ain't want that
But
whoop.
hey,
But
she couldn't believe it then, and she had no idea. But
it's gonna be some stuff they gonna get over on you. You know what I'm saying? That you ain't gonna
absolutely
think that because Lord knows I did. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
But
Lord knows.
I'm only speaking about the stuff we know about though, and
Right.
we like turn a blind eye to because it's my baby.
I mean, I think that's the part of the pain that you're gonna deal with later. I think, for me, I can speak for me. Like I try to address, and even my mom try to address everything that happened. And here's the thing, man, about it when you having kids. You ain't no playbook. You know what
No,
I'm
it's a
saying?
learning process.
Yeah, ain't no
It's a
book for
learning
this.
process.
It's a learning process
Right,
on how you gonna raise your kids. And you're
right,
gonna always probably think you ain't doing the best job that you probably can do. Some people do, but you doing what you know is right. And if you doing what you know is right, I mean that's all you can stand on. I mean, you can ask Big Mama and everybody for help.
right,
But it ultimately go, you're responsible for them. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So how you raise them and how they turn out is based on what you've done and what your experience was with raising them kids.
right,
If something happened outside the norm, like if you don't prepare your kid for this that they ain't got to do. You know what I'm
right.
saying? You
I,
you
I,
know if you sending your kid to a party school to educational school, if you don't prepare little Ray to go to a party school, what's going? Man, listen, man. True story, bro. I had a partial scholarship at Alabama State to play
right,
ball. Mama, my homeboy Darrell was going. My homegirl Tit was going. Bean was going. They Duma went to the military, but all of my friends they were going to state. And mama like, nah, his mama, Darrell mama, because Darrell my best friend. His mama
right,
and my mama was like, nah, they can't be together. Ain't no
right,
way in the world they can be together.
right,
Now they knew. We didn't know, but they knew if we got together 9 times out of 10, this was going to be a disaster.
Right.
It was gonna be a disaster. Now, did I still party when I went to college? Absolutely, I still party. Probably did some stuff my mama probably be ashamed of. But
Yeah,
the
I'm
thing
sure she would be.
is, if you don't prepare your kid, whatever, you, you know if you don't prepare your kid in what situation to put them in. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because you know your child.
Right.
And man, mama she wasn't having it, bro. She wasn't,
Right.
nah, you ain't doing that.
But you know what though? I think though, even in those type situations in life, period, right? I think like they're gonna go out there, right? They're gonna go like even as the best of kids, right? The kids that's not out there doing everything, acting bad, they're gonna go out there too. But I think if you instill a great base in them,
Yeah,
like if
yeah.
that core is solid, they'll go out there. But they're always gonna come back
They gonna
to
come back. Like the
to that
I
core,
mean, take
to
it
that
as
good core.
biblical, like the prodigal son. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? He asked for his portion, and daddy gave it to him, and he went out in the world to see what it was about. He went
Okay.
out there to live, and he ended up broke in a hog pen. And he was like, man, I'm gonna go back home. So I think, like you
Right.
said, if you instill right, wrong, if you instill, respect, responsibility, and all that stuff into the kids, even though they might go out there and stray away and they might do some
Right.
stuff, deep down they still got them core values on the inside.
Absolutely.
If they got them core values, if you don't put them core values in them in the inside, then I mean, sooner or later it'll kick in. Some it might not kick in, depending on the situation
Right.
that they got itself in. But
That's true.
I can speak for me and mine. It's some stuff that I just won't do because what my mama, the upbringing that I had, what they instilled in me. It's just some stuff that
Right.
I ain't finna do. Like I don't care
Even
who do
even
it.
with this stuff you might have done. Like when I
Yeah,
say you, I'm talking about in general. Like me
right,
too. Like even the
right.
stuff I have done that was probably out of my character in some kind of way. But it's
Yeah,
still some stuff that I'm just not gonna do because of my upbringing
yeah.
and
It's a
where
reason
I'm
why
at.
you're ashamed to let your mama find out that stuff that you was doing in your own telling.
Absolutely.
Because the upbringing that you got,
Right. Absolutely.
it'll crush you. You
Right.
know what
And,
I'm
and
saying? So
and if you got that good upbringing, even if you don't have that great of an upbringing, I always think people be knowing. I think I said this before. People, you gotta know when you're doing wrong, even when you're out there.
yeah,
You
absolutely,
be you be knowing, bro.
absolutely. You
You be
had
knowing.
that conversation with yourself, and either you gonna say,
Right.
"Fuck it, I'm finna ride
I'm
out,"
finna do this anyway, and
yeah,
damn, what happened?
or you like, nah, this ain't this. I can't keep doing this. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we done been in them situations.
Oh man, who hasn't?
We done
Who
been in them
hasn't?
situations that
Who
that
hasn't,
they
bro?
have no business being in.
Who hasn't, bro? Like,
Yeah,
but I
so
think again, I think that core. If that core was strong, I think it kind of brings you back. Now, again, some people don't make it back, but I think majority of the time, I think you come back to that foundation, man.
yeah.
If you had that great core instilled in you.
No. Yeah, I mean, think about it, bro. We done been out some nights that we finna go there.
I'm talking about, we weren't even no teenagers. We were
Yeah,
grown.
exactly. We grown.
Yeah. Hey,
We grown, but thank God we didn't.
still might hop out there, but yeah,
Exactly.
well, I'm gonna hop out there
Exactly.
with a purpose, though.
Exactly. It gotta be a purpose. You know what
It
I'm
got to be a
saying?
purpose.
It gotta be a purpose. And I think, at the end of the day, when you talking about them kids, I'm jumping in front of that for mine if it's that
Yeah, it
bad.
gets sticky.
If
It gets sticky.
if it's
I mean,
that bad and I can save them, I'm gonna save them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna save it from it. Even
I,
though
I,
even though it might not even be the right thing to do. I'm gonna put that out there because I don't want y'all trashing me on the comment. Even if it might not be, even if it might not be the right thing to do. If I can jump out there and save her from ruining her life, and I
right, and
think
that's the
and I
move.
think she'll learn from it. Um, take Ruggs, Henry Ruggs, the Alabama player.
Oh,
All right.
yeah,
Star player didn't get in no trouble at
right,
Alabama or nothing, right? Driving down the highway drunk,
right, right,
doing a
right.
buck, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
They
And
say had his girlfriend at the time in
girl
the
in the
car too,
car,
right?
he hit somebody and killed him, right?
Right, right,
Ruggs ain't it, for far as I know, like I don't know him personally, but far as I know, Ruggs ain't a bad guy.
right,
If I'm in the car with him, First of all, if I'm in the car with him, he ain't going that fast. But let's just say I'm in the car with him and he doing whatever, and he hits him. I'm jumping out. I'm jumping in front of that
Well,
because
if
I
he's
know
your son, you're saying if he's your son,
my son. I'm jumping in front of that because I know one. I know one. This ain't what he do all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's different
right.
if you know this ain't what he do all the time. Because if he was doing that, he would have been doing it in college. He'd been doing it in high school. This ain't what he do all the time.
So basically
Am
saying
I
it's just
going
a mistake he made, right? It's
to
just a
mistakes he
mistake.
made, which we all make them, but
Well,
some of
yeah,
them
we all privy to make mistakes. We gonna make
right,
mistakes, bro.
but some of them come with harsher penalties than others.
Absolutely,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
Agreed.
So at that instance, yeah, I'm jumping out the gym for him. I'm jumping in front of that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Not to speak on Rose because I don't know what he's going through, and Lord knows we praying for him,
Absolutely.
praying that
And
he
his
bounce.
family,
Yeah, and
and
his
his
family
family,
and other
right?
people's family.
Everybody
So
involved,
we praying
and
for
the
him.
victim families, right?
Yeah. So we praying for all of them because he was one of my favorite players at the time. But I'm just saying, if I'm in that situation and I'm in the car and it's my son, yeah, I'm jumping out the window. I'm jumping out, and I'm pretty sure his pops probably feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm jumping in front of that. So,
Yeah.
it just depending on the situation, what your kid done been through, have they been listening? You know what I'm saying? Have they done made it? Like it just depends on the situation that you're in. I think when you talking about stepping in front of something for your kid, and I think it's also learning lessons that you gotta let them step in front of for themselves, for
Some
them to
stuff,
learn from.
yeah.
Yeah, some stuff
Some
they gotta
some
learn.
lessons are best learned on your
Yeah,
own, right?
yeah. You gotta learn some stuff because you gonna bump your head out here. Ain't nobody exempt from that.
Oh, nobody,
So
nobody exempt from it. So yeah, and like I say, even a good person got some bad. You know, I
absolutely.
mean, we human, bro. So ain't nobody exempt from making a mistake or like you said, bumping your head. Like
What
it's
they
gonna
say in
happen.
church, everybody got some devil in them.
Yeah, everybody got some devil in them.
Everybody got some devil in them now.
Absolutely.
You gotta find it. Everybody got some in them. I got some devil now.
Absolutely.
Ain't
Absolutely, bro.
nobody got no devil in them. Shoot.
Nah, that's unrealistic right there. But I do think though, even with so they're gonna make mistakes, that's understood. But even if you so it's levels to it. We know
Absolutely.
that. It's levels to
Absolutely.
it. But
Absolutely.
after that though, even if you uphold them in whatever they do, even the petty stuff, it gotta be lessons after that because that petty stuff also can lead to bigger stuff if not checked.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even if you went home with the toy and you know you didn't buy it in the store, like it's gonna be some harsh lesson. Or if you no, I'm saying not saying you would have. I think you said you'll take it back. It got to go back.
Right. Right.
But I mean, even if I don't know if the parent went home with that toy, I don't know. That
It's
better
a,
be the
it's
only
a
time you.
consequence.
That
It's
should be
a
the only
consequence.
time. I'm not condoning that, but you got to put a lesson behind that. Like it got to be some consequence to that because you don't want that to lead to, it's the toy this week. It's going. It might be going in the bank with the note the next week, right? You know, what I'm
Exactly.
saying it got to
Exactly.
be levels to it. So
I think you got to teach them its consequences to your action. You know
absolutely,
what I'm saying?
that's what I'm saying.
Everything you do got a consequence, whether good
Right,
or bad. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna have a
right,
consequence to it. And listen, if you want to continue to get bad consequences, then you keep doing what you're doing. I think is
right,
a lesson because you're gonna get that butt toe up. I ain't listen.
right,
I don't know about all them folks that don't whoop. You know what I'm saying? Like I try not to
right.
touch mine. You know what I'm saying at
Right.
all.
Spatty
But
rod, spoil the child.
yeah, but if the incident called for it,
Right.
then you do what you do. But I ain't thank the Lord we ain't had to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, but yeah, you got to teach them its consequences, man.
Oh, it
Like
definitely consequence. For every
people
action,
ain't
it's an equal and opposite reaction. So
yeah,
it's
people ain't
consequences,
in
bro.
jail because they open up the door and say, "Hey, who won't come in here?"
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a consequence for whatever
Right.
they did or didn't do. Because we do know some people in there don't supposed to be in there, but it's a consequence to everything that you do.
It
Like some
is,
people
bro.
don't get caught. That's what I think. That's another thing that when you talking about peer pressure and stuff, they look at their friends and some people be doing stuff and ain't got caught yet. And they ended up wanting to do it. But you got to understand, like I said, it's a con. You might be the one to jump out there and get caught.
Absolutely. I've known of those cases several times in my life, even at this age. Like you see people doing anything and everything, and it seems like it's just so easy. Like they don't get caught. Time you jump out there one time. You know what I'm saying?
So at the end of the day, I mean, I think it boiled down to one, you got to teach your kids the right lessons and instill, core values and into them so they can make the right decisions. And here's the thing, they gonna mess up at the end of the day. Everybody gonna mess up. The kids gonna mess up. Hell, we still messing up while we grown. But I think you learning something when you do mess up. You capitalize on those situations where you do fall short and learn something for it and from it, and you make it a teaching lesson for them kids at the end of the day. And hopefully, when it go down the line, when they get older, you won't have to jump in front of them for them because you done taught them better and know better. And it might be a time where they still might do dumb stuff, but I mean that's just part of living.
Right. We all human. We definitely gonna make mistakes, and as you said, we make them even as adults. But I think yeah, you teach them that core value, and there's levels to it. Like I'm gonna help mine out as much as possible, and I think we need to continue to help our kids out because we want them to have what we never had. So I think that line can get blurry at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, we got their best interest.
Right.
So we try to shield them and from all hurt and harm, but I think that's also impossible. So we have to try to help them as we teach them life lessons along the way. Like it's always consequences for your action. So it don't
Absolutely.
matter what you do, good, it's consequences.
Yeah. And you
So
gotta,
whether the consequences are
yeah,
good or bad, so you got to be willing to accept that with the bad action if it's bad. So I think we just got to keep that in mind and stay prayed up
absolutely. Stay
and teach
prayed
that,
up.
get that core in them, and hope. And even if you got that prayer, even if they stray away or they get far from the core or what they know, yeah, they can come back. So
Absolutely. Always can prodigal son. Always can
absolutely,
return.
absolutely.
All right. So you know how we end this thing. Um, I always go first. I'm gonna let you go first. Motivation. What's your
Man, I don't know, man.
motivation?
Just stay. Look, I don't know. Maybe this just hit me. Somebody motivate a family member this week. Call a family member that you probably ain't called in a while, man. Tell them, hey, how you doing? Hey, just just motivate them because everybody need motivation.
Yeah.
The motivator need motivating sometimes. Because
Exactly.
as I've learned in life, your pastor got a pastor. So
Exactly.
hey, just reach out to somebody and say what's up. How you doing? Just thinking about you. I ain't wanting nothing. Don't ask them for nothing. Just say, hey, I ain't wanting nothing this week. I'm just calling to check on you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Right.
gonna
So
piggyback.
let it be your motivator. Let family be a motivator or friends.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm gonna piggyback off what you said, man. I'm gonna go with what you said. I think that's dope. I think this week love on somebody. You know what
right,
I'm saying? Love on somebody, show them that you care. I know we all want it, but then let's try to give it to somebody else. Let's try to show our gratitude on somebody else. If you can pick somebody up that week, not literally pick them up, but if you can lift their spirits this week, reach out to them. Have that conversation with them. Somebody that you ain't talked to in a while, that probably think you don't forgot about them. Shout them out. Give them a phone call. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Post them on Instagram and tell them how much they mean to you, even though we don't talk every day.
right.
Um, and that's what we're going to do this week. We're going to love on somebody this week. How about that?
Yes, sir.
All right. And with that note, we out. Classic conversation.
Peace.